Hey, what's up guys? I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as we are playing with Catholic Mexico. So I know that this is probably going to be the finale episode, in which case we'll have, a lot of people coming to the video to see what we're going to do next. And sorry there wasn't a video earlier on Saturday morning as there usually be. The reason there wasn't actually pertains to what we're going to be doing next. I wanted to give the higher level patrons of rank 2 or higher time to suggest which countries we should play for our next series, which I'll discuss the next series at the end of this video just to make sure that this is the finale. You never know, something could happen. I mean, I highly doubt it. I do expect that we'll defeat Spain this episode, but just in case it's not the finale episode, I don't want to talk about it here in the beginning. We'll talk about it at the end of the episode after we've already won the war and done the peace treaty. But I did want to give the patrons time to suggest countries, and that patron poll for all patrons should be up at the time that this video is out. I haven't put it up yet, but it should be up there. So if you are a patron, then make sure you go head on over to Patreon and vote for which country you would like to see. So again, we will talk about what we're doing for the next series at the end of this video. Let's go ahead and get the Spanish defeated. Again, I do expect that it'll be this episode, and I did forget that there's one thing I wanted to do before we continue our war here. We've got political power, so let's just go ahead and get the steel here, because we are actually starting to run low on steel again, and I don't want to have to trade for it, so might as well do that decision, or those 3 decisions, excuse me. And then the other thing that we're going to do here in the decisions is that we're still trying to get, well, I guess that wouldn't be the decisions. We're still trying to get countries into our faction. I know we have Bolivia. I think next we're going to go after Ecuador. Yeah, we'll do them next. So let's go and improve relations with them. And I almost want to do this 2 at a time, though I know we would end up not having enough political power to probably get it done if we did it that way. Yeah, it would end up going up really, really slow. We'll try. Let's go and improve relations here and see if we can't, with 2 of them going. Trying to get those decisions done to get those 2 countries into the faction. So we'll do Chile as well. So we're waiting for these guys to land. They're almost there. And then let's see where we want to attack next. So they attacked us across this river and they did fail. Let's go ahead and send these guys in here, and that should be a win. We'll go ahead and support though. And let's see where we want to attack next. A lot more troops up along here than there were. We gotta wait till some of these guys get up on their border. We're advancing here as well, so let's go ahead and support that. And then we should have the port here in mere moments. Remember, we did send the tanks across, so they should now be ready to go into here. I don't know where they're at right now. It didn't get as far as I thought they had. Okay, so they still got a ways to go. So we're gonna send them into this port here. And get them all assigned and give them an order here. Same thing with this green army. Let's go ahead and give these guys an order. Alright, fantastic. So we're gonna have to defend before we're gonna be able to attack anywhere. Let's go ahead and start pushing forward. Let's hurry up and get across this river. We'll also go after that city with their faster tanks. Let's get some of these guys going across the river. Then come over here. And then same thing with these larger divisions. Kind of spread them out a little bit. And we'll try and get up around these guys. Could cut them off, but I'd prefer to just get up this way. I think that's the best way to do this. And then just take like many of these probably. And get them going that way. And then if I can just select these, sometimes it's kind of hard to select all these units when you have so many of them. There we go, and just send a couple more over that way. Alright, so that looks good. So we'll be expanding on that front. And let's go and see if we can't cut these guys off here. Looks like I should be able to do that. We still got to get troops up on the border here. Okay, I wasn't realizing that that's the position we were in. Can we win this? We can. Alright, we'll go ahead and push forward there. But yeah, they put a lot of troops up onto the red front, so we are moving a bit slower on that front. Let's go and go this way. We're going to attack these guys here. And then let's send some of these troops up that way. Alright, let's make sure we're keeping this front pushing forward. We do have the ability to move some planes here, so let's go ahead and do that now. We'll move whatever planes that we have here assigned to southern Iberia. How many can we get? Maybe like just 2 air wings, essentially. That's what it seems like. Yeah, so we'll just get 2 air wings into here, just because, our allies are here right now, so they're taking up part of the space there. Remember, we do have the nukes if we need to use them, atomic bombs. though I don't know if we'll need to or not. We are pretty much winning where we want to, though there are areas like here where there's a lot of troops, and I guess it would make sense in these particular cases to just use the nukes, since we have them. Alright, so we'll get that taken care of. Really want to expand down here, though, as rapidly as we can. Let's go and have these guys move a bit. Alright, excellent. Alright, so the tank is moving to try and cut these troops off here. Let's go and have... Okay, so they already went that way. Let's have these guys go up this way now. Oh yes, I forgot. I wanted to finally use this. We got this and we never used it for the actual invasions. We didn't need it. We're going to use it now because might as well. So that'll give us a nice bonus for the next 30 days until mid-September. We are about to get the troops cut off here, so let's go ahead and finish this up. I think... Yeah, I guess we'll just attack here. I think that's the best way to do this. Now, we won't be able to win without some assistance here, so we are going to have to bring some more troops in. And we did win there as well, so we're going to grab that up. And let's make sure that these troops continue to push forward. I don't think we'll be able to beat that guy there, but he is going to be really weak, and we actually can beat him there. All right, excellent. Let's send these guys in. All right, so we're going to get to this port here and cut off all these troops that are here. You see that they are attempting to grab that province, so we will want to stop them from doing that. All right, this looks good. We do need to get more troops up along this front. It looks like that guy should be there soon. All right, so we'll win this defense here, and then we'll just send one of these guys forward. Just waiting for this tank to close this off. There we go, brilliant. And then we're just going to go and push forward up along the coast, get these victory points, and then let's go ahead and wipe out the troops that are presently here. And take this guy as well. All right, fantastic. All right, so let's go ahead and have these guys also pushing forward. All right, so almost close this off here. Let's go ahead and send a... No, we can't send a nuke in. No, we don't have 75% in this region. Okay, I see. Well, let's go here then. Looks like an easy win, and maybe we'll cut them off here at the river. Still trying to get pushed down here. Well, a lot of these guys are pretty weak. Their troops, I mean, pretty weak. So we'll try and cut them off this way. Just kind of slowly get this connected here. Move towards the capital, and that'll probably be enough. Once we take the capital, I think it'll be a wrap for them. So this guy gonna get here in time to connect it? I don't think so. I think we got this. We'll take this one here in mere moments. All right, so he's going up along the coast there. I almost want to have him grab this province first. Or what if we went like this? Yeah, we'll go that way. All right, so where are we gonna cut these guys off here? Now, it looks like we won't be able to do it just yet. What we could do is move over here. We might be able to beat this guy there. No, we will not beat that guy there. Though, he's really weak, so we could probably defeat him anyways. Alright, so just need to get these troops moving. Let's go ahead and thicken this up just a little bit so they won't be able to cut us off easily. Alright, and then just push forward, guys. Keep on pushing forward. Need a lot more troops up along here. And let's go ahead and push forward there as well. And again, just trying to make our way up to here. We did get some troops cut off here. Let's go and get them destroyed. We could put this under AI control and it would go quicker, as you'd expect. But I don't think that's necessary. Alright, and then I guess we'll go ahead and attack here and here. Those should all be wins. Maybe not that one, we'll see. We do have some military factories to get assigned, so let's go ahead and do that. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, so we just put it into anything. And we do actually lack steel. But you know what? We're doing those decisions, so I'm not even going to worry about it, guys. What's it affecting? Submarines? It's not really that big of a deal. Alright, so let's make sure that we have troops. Oh, I guess they're going to have to go... We'll go this way. Alright. Looks like the tanks were actually cut off here, right? So that's a shame. Let's go ahead and reconnect them. And then have these guys here go that way. So we'll reconnect them in multiple locations. And everybody should be pushing forward here at all times. Alright, they're going to go grab all these victory points for us. We did win here. Excellent. So let's go ahead and make sure that these troops are moving here. Only need one division to get this done. Alright, lovely. Let's see how things are going up here. We really haven't been moving much. We have destroyed all the divisions that we cut off here, so that's good. So again, just trying to push down this way, and I guess we'll go that way. Although I don't know if we can beat these guys. Probably. We do have control of the skies. We're not quite at 75% where we can drop nukes wherever we want, but we are controlling the skies overall. So we should have all those nice bonuses that we get from that. All right, so we've won there. We still haven't cut these guys off just yet. And this is not quite going the way that I wanted it to, but that's fine. All right, so we've wrapped that up there. Just make sure that at all times we have the troops pushing forward. Let's go and attack here and cut off these guys, although I don't know if that'll be a win. Looks like it should be. I'm gonna cut off a few divisions. Let's go and attack them because they're trying to get out. Make sure that shit doesn't happen. I guess we'll help out here. I don't know if we'll be able to get anybody cut off here because it's not quite going the way I wanted it to. Let's get across here. So just wide open on this territory. There's really not enough troops defending this. We did get these guys cut off. Excellent. Let's go and get them destroyed now. All right, let's see how things are going here. Looks like we did win in all those battles. Let's go ahead and attack here now. Just kind of thicken this up just a little bit. All right, and it looks like we did lose both of the attacks here. Okay, that's unfortunate. We're not getting any assistance from our allies. I really thought that they would have ended up causing me a bunch of supply troubles by pumping a ton of divisions into here, but they did not do that, which is interesting. We did get pushed back in several areas. I don't know if it was just weak troops or if we weren't even properly defending it, which either wouldn't surprise me. Alright, so yeah, that's one division there getting destroyed. We don't really need to focus on cutting off divisions, honestly. It's not really all that important since, you know, we've already got the win, basically. I'm just doing it anyways, just to kind of pat the stats, man. And kind of like make this conflict as less costly as possible. Alright, so these are both going to be attack across rivers, so it's going to be a tougher attack more than likely. And in that case, we can just go and attack with all these guys here, since they're all going to be cut off. So yeah, we don't even need to really worry about it. Yeah, it looks like this should result in a ton of divisions being cut off and destroyed. Let's just see if there's anywhere we can perhaps push forward. Just kind of keep them also from building a funnel all the way down here, which is going to cause us issues. Very, very close to the capital, only a couple provinces away. We could also push all the way up to Valencia, and that would be a lot of victory points all across here that we'd grab up. So we'll continue that. Anybody who's not moving needs to be moving. You know what? Actually, let's go and cut off this division here. I think that's probably the best way to do that. We did win there, so that is going to result in us now cutting off all these guys here. That is going to actually be a win, so we'll keep it going. Alright, so at this point, we can just pretty much attack everywhere. Even if it's a loss, I'm okay with it. Yeah, he's not going to win there. Probably will have to stay with this defense. Alright, so this is now resulted in all of these troops being cut off from supply. So let's just start the process of destroying them now. Just get this done. And all those guys are going to start running out of supply very, very soon. Alright, so let's go and continue pushing up along here. And we'll get that division cut off soon. Let's go and actually let's attack right there. Alright, beautiful. So yeah, we'll just focus on wiping out all these divisions first. Get that done. Actually, you know what? We can also move up to Madrid. Towards Madrid, I should say. Looks like that is open. Toledo might be a win as well. Yeah, these guys are struggling now. Let's go ahead and have one of these divisions attack up this way here. Make sure that that's a win. And we have to finish up this defense as well. And there we go. Let's go ahead and just destroy these. Alright, beautiful. So this tank here, let's go ahead and have, oops, he might be able to win that. Let's have the tank going this way, and let's get the rest of these guys pushed back. Alright, excellent. Anything along this front that we need to do? I suppose what we could do is have him attack up there. These guys attack here. Or excuse me, like that. There we go. Alright, so almost to the capital, guys. Let's have this guy push towards the capital, which is currently undefended. And that alone might be enough with the taking of Valencia. Could end up being enough to win this conflict. And we're doing it without the tanks. The tanks haven't even arrived yet. It's That's how long it's taken them to get across. Alright, so any troops that are here, we'll place them over here. Alright, it's got a division there that I don't know where he's going, but he should be completely cut off and destroyed. We did take Toledo, and now we're going after Madrid. So that might be enough, because we did get Valencia as well. Yeah, that could be enough right there. Let's take a look. Yes, 100% towards capitulation, and we didn't even get the chance to kill all these troops. I kind of wanted to do that before we ended it. These are all green here, and what we'll do is just have all these troops go that way. Alright, beautiful. Yeah, so we didn't even get to cut off a lot of the troops that we could have and destroyed. So the numbers, we'll take a look at the casualties now, but 1.57 million for 135,000. I guess specifically we did 1.4 million of that. So that is pretty good numbers. It's like a 10.0 kill death ratio or 10 point something kill death ratio, so pretty darn good. It's going to get these guys here destroyed. Should be fairly easy. Grab that air base. Again, none of this really matters because we've already won. We're over here attacking across the river, so I don't even care. There we go. Alright, so Spain has been defeated. They fought harder in North Africa than they did in Spain. So what I kind of want to do here is like puppet them and then maybe give them more territory, give them all this territory, have them puppeted, and then we are going to annex Spain, because why wouldn't we? I think that's exactly what we should do. Let's annex all the Spanish territories here. I just think it's awesome, the idea that, you know, colonial Mexico, former colony of Spain, is now in the Spanish homeland and has annexed all of their territory. Just great, man. I love it. I love it. Alright, so we'll take that as our first little African colony here. Alright, so that's good. I think we actually need to end our turn if we want to give all this to the Moroccans. So let's go ahead and do that. End our turn here. I don't think anybody else got a chance to do anything. And then what we're going to want to do is... Oh, who else can we puppet? Oh, we can puppet Algiers. Yeah, they wouldn't have a core here, so it ended up being very expensive. So maybe that would be the best way to do this, is just create more puppets. But I do want to give all the Moroccan cores to them. It looks like we are actually quite short. Okay, I didn't realize how short we were. Alright, so we're going to need to cancel that. We got to pass once. That should give us enough points to get some stuff done. I guess we'll be satelliting. Yeah, we'll satellite all these guys. Yeah, because I don't think... yeah, I guess we'll do it that way. And then give all this to Morocco. Whatever territory's left. And I'm hoping we can do this all in one turn. Looks like we can. Alright, so there's nothing left to be done. So let's go ahead and end the peace treaty. And this is how it looks. So we've got these guys here. The Algerian Caliphate. And then Barbary, Tunis. And Mexican Morocco. And then, of course, we have control of all of Spain. And so that is the way it looks. We could, of course, go ahead and... Well, looks like we had that collaboration government decision. I forgot that we had gotten their collaboration way up at 100%. So we could just create a collaboration government now if we wanted to. That'd always be an option. I was trying to get these opinions increased here. Let me see how much longer until... I want to say you need it at 50. So how much longer before we'd be able to annex Ecuador? We've got it... it looks like it's actually pretty low because of the world tension. We increased it by... Okay, so it's going to be kind of hard to get it at 50. They're not ready yet. So, I mean, could let it play a little bit longer. I mean, we won this in, what, 20 minutes? It just wasn't that difficult once we... I mean, it wasn't really difficult at all, conquering the Spanish mainland. It was really... we had a little bit of difficulty in North Africa, and even that was mostly just because they had so many divisions there, while our divisions were technically kind of cruddy. Just seeing if we can get these done. So we already got Bolivia in the faction. Yeah, we might not be able to get them in because they're democratic and they don't really like us. Yeah, I don't even know if we can get it to 50. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end the series here. That was actually a lot quicker than I was expecting it to be. I thought it would be like maybe 30, 45 minutes to get it done. But yeah, it didn't take that long. So this will be a shorter finale than usual. I did have fun with the series. It was definitely non-traditional, obviously. We built up for America probably more than we needed to because America didn't defend their borders, and then we just flooded across their territory fairly easy. They didn't really put much of a defense up, conquered all their territory, but then of course we had those rebellion issues. We had extreme resistance problems because of the lack of manpower and equipment for our garrisons. In addition, and this is something that somebody pointed out in the comments, is that I had my troops, my infantry placed all over America, getting ready for the future invasions of Europe or whatever we were going to do next. Oh yes, that's right, we were thinking about invading the UK at that time. And so I had all my troops over here, and because we had such high resistance eventually, the resistance, increases the attrition substantially. So all of our troops, the ones that were in Florida, the ones that were here on the East Coast, they were all taking attrition because of the high resistance. So that was also draining our equipment by quite a bit. So overall, we just didn't have the equipment and manpower for all of our divisions, our garrison divisions, and that resulted in the rebellion happening, the resistance just skyrocketing. And so we had, of course, Canada, United States, and Cuba all rebel on us, and we had to reconquer all those territories. And then, of course, we never even reconquered Canada. We didn't get up there in time. They weren't a major power, so that's, of course, why Canada is now in the Axis, which, of course, makes no sense. They didn't have any success here. It should have went to us, honestly. I think if India had been in the treaty, which it wasn't because of whatever happened here, obviously they weren't in the treaty because they're still part of the Allies. So if they had been part of the treaty, then that would have been more territory that the Axis would have had to, spend their points on to take. So I think if that had been there, maybe we would have been able to get Canada. But overall, yeah, we just didn't have enough points to get everything we wanted done. So we didn't get Canada into our faction. But almost all of the Americas are currently in our faction. Again, there's a few countries here, little tiny countries that we didn't get in there. And of course, there's Canada as well. But for the most part, we have most of all of the Americas in our faction. We completed the goal of the campaign, which was really just to beat the Americans, and then I was going to see what we'd want to do after that based on how long that took. And of course, that took way longer than expected because we had to fight them twice. And that second time, they definitely put up a lot more of a fight. And you know what? Overall, I'm kind of glad about that. I would have hated if the campaign would have been just the toughest fight would have had to come from, Europe, us invading the Axis or going to fight Japan, perhaps. I guess would have been another option. I would have hated that would have been the only, somewhat challenge that we would have gotten. So I'm kind of glad that America did rebel and that we fought them and that they actually defended their territory and put up a little bit of a fight. Obviously, we still defeated them fairly quickly, comparing the fact that it's Mexico against America. But, at least we had a bit of a challenge. So I'm happy about that. And, I'm happy that we had such a non-traditional campaign, and I really learned a lot about the occupation system that I didn't know before, since I hadn't really been challenged by it in the previous campaigns, the previous 3 that we played ever since, the whole, occupation resistance system was remade. So I'm glad I got to experience that and see my first rebellions in a campaign. So yeah, I'm glad that we got to experience it. I know some people found it boring. I thought it was very interesting and different, unique for the campaign. So I like that. The world, of course, is a mess. We still got Germany, or I should say the Axis, fighting Japan, which it does still kind of seem like the Japanese faction is winning in some ways. You see that the Axis have made some progress here. For sure, but over here the Japanese are winning. India, the Japanese are winning. Of course, they are fighting the Allies here. But yeah, I think that this war would have went on for a very long time. Australia's been back and forth, but I do think that this would have taken a very long time for them to finally get the win here. Whoever did, I can't even say who would win. Because Japan clearly looks like they are winning right now, but I mean, the Axis would have never, I don't think they would have been able to conquer all this, and if they did, they wouldn't have been able to do the naval invasion of Japan. And as for the Japanese, they are winning here, but they would have to push really far to get these countries to capitulate. They got to conquer Italy and Germany, and that's quite a distance. I think that if we had let this play, if we just let it play the entire time, I think what would happen is there would just be a never-ending war between the Axis and the Japanese. I think they'd just fight forever. I don't know if we'd ever see the end of it without, our involvement in it, of course. Now, the reason why we're not attacking the Axis or the Japanese in this series, at this point, is because it's really unnecessary. We completed the goals, and we're already at 23 videos now, which is about the number I like to be at. I like being between 20 to 25 videos. It's about a month for me to get through it with the 6 videos a week. So I think that that's a good number of videos. In addition, the views for this series dropped quite a bit when we had to conquer America for the second time. So, the views have been dropping every episode. And now they're much lower. The last video was much lower than what my typical HOI4 video is. So that's the other reason, is that interest in the series definitely seems to have waned. So we are going to go ahead and start a new series. Now, some of you guys know my plan for after this series was to start the Crusader Kings 3 series, because I did figure that the embargo would lift about when this series ended. That's what I had expected. So that was what the initial plan was. I did have to change it all up, though, because I have been in communication with Paradox, and that is not when the embargo is lifting. I do have access to CK3. I've been playing it. I got about 10 hours into it right now. That's all I can say about it, is that I have it. I can't tell you my opinion of it, or what I'm thinking. I can't even say if I'm liking it so far. We're not really allowed to talk about it. We're only allowed to say that we do have it. So I do have access to it. But the embargo is a lot different than the typical Paradox embargo. It's goes all the way until release day, essentially. You can put out reviews the day before. So I had told many of you guys that we were going to do the CK3 series, early, that we'd be able to play it, a week or two before the game came out, but that is not the case. I will not be able to start a series until launch date, practically. So it's unfortunate. It did kind of throw a little kink in my plans, since that's what I thought we'd be doing after this series here, at least like a week after the series ended or somewhere around there. So because I can't start putting videos out for CK3 until 2 weeks from now, we do need something to play for that time. So I wasn't sure when I could cover that would be about 10 videos, because that's how much time we have, somewhere around there, somewhere around 10 videos. I wasn't sure what I could play until then, and so what I decided to do is that we are finally going to do a Kaiserreich series. People have been asking me to play another Kaiserreich series for a long time, basically since the last one ended. We played as France last time, I believe, and before that we played as Austria. So those are our 2 Kaiserreich campaigns. And so it's been a while since I played it. That France one ended a long time ago. That's like 2018 or something like that, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's from 2018. So it's been, I think, almost 2 years since the last Kaiserreich series. So I figured it was a good time to play that. My mod series, my series of a mod, even total overhaul mods, don't typically do as well as the vanilla series that I do, which is why I don't do them as often. They get a lot less views. So I think that would be a good one for us to do for a shorter series. Now, I don't know how long it will be. If it's getting good views and we have we're still trying to get some stuff done, then maybe we'll go past 10 videos. Maybe we'll just put them out less often. In fact, I think the whole series is going to be put out less often, because I want to have time to play CK3, and as you guys know, I don't have a ton of free time. I spend about 2 hours a day replying to comments on YouTube and across all of our social media and our Discord. About 2 hours every single day I spend replying to comments, so that's one thing I spend my YouTube time on. And then, of course, all the other stuff, the recording and editing, the regular series that we're doing. Well, it takes a lot of time. So I want to be able to play CK3 before we start the new series. If you've been following the dev diaries, then you know that they have made some significant changes with the game. So I want to learn all the new changes, learn how to play, so I'm not garbage when we start our series. And of course, that's the reason why Paradox provides those codes early to YouTubers, is so that you can get that experience with the game. So I don't want to be going into it with 20 hours, guys, of gameplay. I want to go in with a lot more experience than that. So we're going to be changing up the schedule for the Kaiserreich campaign. So not only is it going to be a shorter series overall, there's going to be less videos per week. I'm planning on doing 4 videos per week compared to our normal 6. So about 2/3 of the normal amount of videos that I do for our Hearts of Iron 4 series per week. And they're going to be on certain days as well. So you always know when there's going to be a video. We're going to have videos on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. with the one exception maybe being this starting week, because I don't know when the series will start yet, because I need to give patrons time to vote for what country we're going to be playing as. That is what the patron vote is pertaining to, which country we're going to be playing as in the Kaiserreich mod. And I haven't made the poll just yet. I'm going to do it right after I finish recording this. I'm expecting probably between like 3 to 5 country choices is what we're gonna have for the patron poll. So if you are a patron, then head on over there as soon as you can and put your vote in. I'm thinking I would like to start the series on Tuesday, because then that would fit with our schedule, the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday schedule. But I don't think that's enough time. This video is going to be coming out either late Saturday night or early Sunday morning. So I don't know that that's enough time. If I started on Tuesday, it means I got to record it on Monday. So that gives patrons less than 48 hours to vote, essentially. A lot less than 48 hours, actually. That'd give them like 36 hours to vote. And it's just not enough time. From what I've seen from previous patron posts, is to get as many people to vote, you typically got to leave it up for at least 3, 4, maybe 5 days. But I'm going to go for like 3 to 4 days. So in order to give patrons enough time, I think what I'll do is I'm going to record it on Wednesday. And then we'll put it out on Thursday. So that'll be the first video for the series. I think that's the best way to do it. Now that I really consider it, yeah, that'll give patrons enough time. That'll give them Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then I record it on Wednesday. So that's 3 days for patrons to vote. 3.5 days or so. So we will start that series on Thursday. I think that's the best way to do it. So we'll have a video on Thursday, then won't have one on Friday, and then we'll have one on Saturday and one on Sunday, and then all the way till Tuesday would be the next episode. So that's the way we'll do it. Again, I know it's a little bit strange. I know some people are going to be let down that there's not going to be a video every single day as there usually is, with the exception of Mondays, of course. But again, I do need some time to play that CK3. In addition, I am considering doing a review for CK3. I've never done a traditional review for a Paradox full game. I've done 2, highly edited, traditional reviews of Paradox DLC. I did one for Stellaris Apocalypse, that DLC, and then I also did one for CK3 Holy Fury. So those are 2 more traditional, highly edited, scripted reviews, where I wrote the review first and then, read it and then, recorded gameplay for it and edit that in. They're a lot of time to do, guys. They take a lot of time. Both those reviews were quite time consuming, and the reviews aren't even that long, like 3 to 5 minutes or something like that. But there is a lot to it. They do take a long time to make overall, just compared to the amount of minutes that you're doing for the review. It's only a few minutes, but it actually takes quite a bit with all the editing and the playing the game beforehand. Obviously, you need to have a lot of experience with the game in order to give it a proper review. And those were just the 2 DLCs. And again, I spent a lot of time with both of those before I reviewed them. So I think I did 2 playthroughs of both in order to properly review those 2 DLCs. And so with a full game, a game that, not just a DLC, I feel like I need even more than that. So I want to spend a lot of time on it. Again, I don't know for sure that I'll review it, because I got to have the time, and they can be quite time consuming, but I'd like to. We'll see if I have time or not. I don't want to do what I did for Imperator Rome, though. Imperator Rome, I had planned to do a review, and then I didn't have the time. So I did a non-traditional review where I just basically talked for, I think I talked about my feelings about the game, what I liked, what I didn't like, some of the mistakes I thought that Paradox had made with Imperator. I just talked about it for 2-3 hours, and then I cut it down into an hour and a half video. So it was very non-traditional review, very loose formats. I think I called it informal review, because that's basically what it was. It was just me talking about it. I don't want to do that again, guys. I don't think that that's as helpful. I don't think anybody wants to watch an hour and a half video, or an hour video, or even 45-minute video. I think when people are looking for a review, I think the maximum amount of time most people want to sit there for is 30 minutes, but really they're looking for doing 5 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I think that's probably the most desirable time for a Paradox review. So if I can't do the official type of review, the traditional style of review, then I'm not going to do one, essentially. We'll see if I have the time or not. I would like to. But the point is whether I do the review or not. And I'd really like to get some solid game time into CK3 before we start the series. And I don't have like a ton of time, a ton of free time, as many of you guys know. I don't work as much as I used to. I'm only working like 2 days a week now. So I don't work as much as I used to. But we do get a lot more comments now, so that takes a lot more time to reply to all the comments across our social media and YouTube. We get a lot more comments, and that's become it's a fairly time-consuming part of YouTube, I'd say, and then editing the videos and all that kind of good stuff and the normal things we do. But in addition to all that, I've also been homeschooling my kids. We started, back when they got let out of school in March, I think it was, is when we started homeschooling them. And I continued it throughout the summer, guys. We continued homeschooling them, just making sure they don't fall behind, and teaching them a lot of the stuff that the schools really don't teach them anyways. And maybe I should have spent more time doing. I just didn't have the time for it. But I've really been investing a lot of time into making sure my kids are caught up and aren't falling behind. And again, just kind of teaching them stuff that I enjoy teaching, like history, politics, government, stuff like that. So I have been homeschooling them this whole time, and that's been fairly time-consuming as well. Just having the kids home, in fact, this takes time. I'm not used to them being home during the weekdays, which is when I used to record. I used to record while they were in school. So, because I work at night, so it just kind of worked for me. I would record during the day, go pick the kids up from school, and then a couple hours later I'd go to work. And I'd try to edit the video before I went to work, so that it would be ready as soon as I got home to be made public. My whole schedule has changed with the COVID, as many people's has. So homeschooling's been taking a lot of time as well. So I want to make sure I have time to play CK3. So that's the reason why we're going to this format. And again, it's going to be the Kaiserreich series will be Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday, and Sunday. I wanted to have 2 videos on the weekend, since I know that's when people have more time to watch videos. I need to keep my hands off the keyboard and the mouse, because I just be like scrolling all around, zooming in and out all day while I'm talking. I know that's probably distracting, so sorry about that. But as I was saying though, if the series is doing well in views, or let's say we got a few things we need to do to kind of feel like it's somewhat wrapped up, then maybe we'll go a bit further even after CK3 comes out. Maybe we'll still keep playing with an every other day format. Again, if I feel like it warrants it, so it doesn't have to stop at 10 videos. We'll just kind of see how it goes. It's not like set to be like it has to be 10 videos, but it is going to be a shorter series overall. Probably don't expect 20 something videos from it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end this series here. I had a good time with it. Very non-traditional series overall. And I got to learn a few things about the occupation and resistance system, so that was good. I feel much more familiar with it, so that'll be helpful. Probably be especially helpful in Kaiserreich. I have not played Kaiserreich in this current patch, so I don't know how they make use of all the new changes, so that'll be interesting to see. And maybe I'll end up kicking my ass, I don't know, because mods sometimes can make use of the features, the base features, in different ways that often end up being more challenging and many times more fun as well. Though sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes mods get a little bit, carried away with stuff. But I do expect that they should make good use of it, considering what Kaiserreich is. I'm looking forward to seeing how they utilize it. So it was probably a good thing that I did get some experience with the system before we played with the Kaiserreich mod. So yeah, we'll be starting that this coming up Thursday. That'll give the patrons plenty of time to vote, about 3.5 days to vote, and give me time to get it recorded as well. So if you are a patron, make sure you head on over there and vote before Wednesday, so that your vote will count. Vote for which of those countries you'd like to see me play as. As far as which countries we're going to play as, because I know some people who aren't patrons may be wondering, I haven't exactly decided. What I do know, though, is they're probably going to be major countries. We played as Austria that one time, and that series did not do very well, while the French one did a bit better. So I'm thinking it's going to be a major country that we play as. There's a lot of choices. I'd love to hear your opinion in the comments, though. The poll should be up before this video is out, so I probably won't be able to do anything about adding countries or anything like that. Again, I did provide an opportunity for patrons of our second rank and above to suggest countries that they'd like to see us play as, and that's one of the benefits for that second rank. But other than that, yeah, we won't be able to take any suggestions. I mean, you can feel free to post them. I'd love to hear your opinion. But of course, the poll will be done by then, so we won't be able to make use of your suggestions. But again, I'm looking at like 3 to 5 major country choices. So we'll just have to see what the patrons pick. I'm looking forward to starting the series. It's been a long time since we played Kaiserreich, so I'm looking forward to just jumping back into it and seeing how they made use of many of Law Resistance's systems, like the intelligence system. I hope they've added some new stuff and made it a little bit better than the vanilla one. I expect that they have, but again, I don't have any experience with it with the new patch, so I'll be seeing all this stuff for the first time, whatever new stuff they've added. But I'm looking forward to it. I do hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. Again, it was just I loved going through the focus tree. Focus tree is a lot of fun. I really like the Mexican focus tree. I think Paradox did a very good job with it. A lot of choices, a lot of different ways to go. Definitely liked the focus tree, and I liked the non-traditional kind of format that we had here. Very much focused on domestic matters, political power issues, stability issues, manpower issues. Those were the issues we faced. The equipment issues. That's what we face problems with, not foreign problems with fighting foreign countries. Overall, all of our conflicts were pretty easy. I don't think we were ever challenged in war this entire campaign. Even the second conquest of America, where we weren't able to just easily conquer them. They put up a little bit of fight, but even that was pretty darn easy overall. So yeah, both conquests of America easy. Canada, Central America was all easy. And of course, Spain wasn't that difficult either. So especially for being how late it is, they even a smaller country like Spain can put up quite a fight here in the late 1940s just because they've been sitting here building up all this time. So overall, not much of a challenge when it comes to foreign affairs, and it was just domestic affairs that really caused this issue. So I actually really liked that non-traditional format. I think it was interesting, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss when the next series will be starting. Leave a comment. I do read and reply to all comments. And that's one of the things that takes me so long. And that's one thing that many people ask me about when I'm going to stop doing that, since it does take up so much time, and we could probably have a whole nother series if I wasn't replying to comments. And it has become more and more time consuming as our channel has grown, up to 50,000 subscribers and plus now, we're at 52,000 something. I do have a lot of people ask me if I'm ever going to stop replying to every comment. And I assume that one day I will have to, because even now, it takes so long at this point, so imagine if we were double the size. I used to spend 45 minutes answering comments per day, and now I spend 2 hours. So if we're double the size, then you'd expect that that'd be 4 hours a day answering comments, or maybe even 3, maybe it's a little bit less. Either way, it would be not really sustainable. So eventually one day I will have to stop that policy, but that day is not today. For now, I'm going to keep doing it. Make sure you post that comment about how you felt about the series. Any suggestions for Kaiserreich is fine, but I won't be able to take that into consideration for the patron poll. I'd love to hear any info you do have on Kaiserreich, on the new features, like how Kaiserreich has adapted that, the resistance system or the intel system to the mod. I'd love to hear any input you have from that and from your personal experiences with the mod since the Law Resistance expansion DLC came out. So I'd love to hear from you guys on that regard. And then if you're looking for any links, check down the description of any of our videos. You'll find links to PayPal and Patreon and Teespring store if you'd like to help support the channel. You'll find links to our Discord if you'd like to join our community, and then links to all of our social media if you'd like to follow us on there. If you're looking for anything to watch while you wait for the next series to start on Thursday, check out the front page of our channel. We do have 3,000 something videos. I almost said 2,000. I forgot we've got over 3,000 videos now on the channel. So should be able to find something to watch. They are sorted by genre on the front page of our channel, and we even have a section just for Hearts of Iron 4 series, the 30-something HOI4 series that I've done. So you should be able to find something to watch while you wait for the next series to start. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I will see you on Thursday when we start that Kaiserreich campaign. And it should be early Thursday morning, the typical time that we put videos out, somewhere around there. Early Thursday morning is the plan, though. So I'll see you guys on that series, and thanks for watching.